What's up, YouTubers? Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install a new dishwasher. If you guys are new to this channel, do me a favor and subscribe and click the bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so maybe your old dishwasher broke or it's just time for an upgrade. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to need to turn the water off. And you may have a shutoff valve down here underneath the sink for the hose, but it's always safer to just turn off the water main. Then we're going to want to go to our fuse box and turn off the power to the dishwasher. Alright, once we've got our power and our water off, we'll come down to this kick plate on the bottom, and it's just held in by a screw on each side. Just go ahead and take those out. Then this whole bottom cover will come off. Then we'll go ahead and open our dishwasher door. And the whole thing is just held in by these two L braces, one on each side. So we'll just go ahead and unscrew each side. Alright, now that we've got both braces disconnected, we can go ahead and take a look at the bottom. We're going to have to disconnect power, a drainage line, and a water line. Power line, which is behind this little box right here. We'll have to unscrew this little screw so the plate will come off. Here's where our power is connected. Always want to make sure and test it with your tester and make sure it's not in any hot wires. It's good. So we'll just disconnect these two wire nuts. And over here on the right, this green bolt right here, that's holding our grounding wire on. We'll just unscrew this. Then we'll go ahead and unscrew this little thing that holds the wiring in. And we can push the wiring through the back. Alright, now depending how tight the clearance is between the countertop and the top of your dishwasher, you may need to tighten these little adjusting feet. Tighten them up to get it as low as you can so that you can slide it out. Making sure these hooks don't get caught. Now we should be able to pull it out a little further. Now we can get to the plumbing lines. Alright, now over here on the left side of the dishwasher, this copper line, that's our hot water line. So we're going to need to disconnect that. You may have a copper line or you may have a different kind of line. So we'll go ahead and put an adjustable wrench, or in this case it's a 5/8. We can loosen up this line and disconnect that. Have a towel or a little bucket ready. Here we go. Alright, now we can follow our drain hose line to the front to see where we need to disconnect it. Looks like it's right here. Just held in together, held with this one hose clamp. So we'll just go ahead and disconnect this. Pull that off. That should be the last thing. Alright, now it's fully disconnected. Alright, so here's our new drain hose line. These old ones can get kind of stinky, so we may as well replace it while we're here. We'll just go ahead and disconnect this hose clamp from the garbage disposal. This is where the drain line hooks up. And then we should be able to disconnect it here. Then we'll just go ahead and pull it through. Now we'll feed the new one back through. Then we'll go ahead and tighten that new one down. There we go. Alright, so we've got the new dishwasher. Now it's time to hook up the three things. We'll go ahead and hook up our disposal line first, our drain line. It's just right here in the back. Just slide the connection over. Make sure you got your hose clamp on. Then we'll go ahead and tighten that down snug. Doesn't have to be too tight because this is just a plastic fitting, so you don't want to crush it. Now we'll hook up the water line, and you're going to want to take this off of your old dishwasher, or you're going to have to go and get this. This is a dishwasher elbow. So it's going to connect. We'll just screw it on. It's got a washer, so it doesn't need any tape or anything. And we're going to want to make sure this elbow is pointed towards the back where our water supply line is. Tighten down this good and tight. Give it a little tightening with our pliers. We'll put our new nut and ferrule on the copper line. There we go. Alright, now we're going to want to hook that water line up to the bottom. Then we'll tighten it down good and tight. Then before we push it in, we want to clip our drain hose into the side like this. We want to create an angle like this so that the water doesn't backflow ever into our dishwasher. Alright, now before you push it in, you're going to want to measure your gap, and you're going to have to adjust those little feet. These little feet you just screw in to get it shorter and out to get it taller. So you're going to have to kind of dicker with that before you can push it all the way in. Alright, now that you've fiddled with those adjusters and got it just where you want the gaps and everything on the sides. Then we can go ahead and screw it on up top. And these little brackets right here. We'll just pre-drill. And we can just screw it down good and tight. There we go. And now let's go ahead and hook up the electrical. Just go ahead and take off that little cover like we did before. Now if you don't have one of these, this is a pigtail. This goes on the wires to hold the wires. And you're going to push it through the hole. Now this pigtail has threading on the end. That's what will help keep it in place so the wires don't get pulled out. We'll just slip the nut over and then we can tighten it down a little bit. Now we're going to hook up our white and our black and our ground. We just connect these with simple wire caps. There we go. Then we'll put a loop on our ground wire and put the green grounding screw in. There we go. Now finally we'll screw on the little cover. There we go. Now we can go ahead and turn on our power and our water. Now we'll go ahead and check underneath for any immediate leaks on our water line. Alright, now you're going to want to go ahead and run a load on it and then come down here and check your drainage and your water line. And I checked both of them and none of them are leaking, so that's good. Now we can go ahead and put this bottom cover on. So the bottom cover goes like this and then this little piece goes behind it. So you just tighten this down and then that valance we put behind, we just slide it down to seal the floor on our final gap. Alright guys, and that is it. That's how to replace or install a dishwasher. If you guys like this video, do me a favor and subscribe and click the bell so you can get all my new videos. Thanks for watching Jonny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself guys. Take care.